What's up, party animals? My name is Kezi, and I wanted to talk today about furries. Wow, surprise! Is furry my whole personality? And that's a really interesting thought process, because it's kind of what I do. So the reason I thought about this is I don't know, I think I read it somewhere online where it's just like, ugh, I hate furries, where furry is their whole personality. It's so icky. And I don't know, and it made me wonder, is furry my whole personality? And the reason I don't really know off the top of my head is because, well, this is what I do. You know, because I'm in between jobs, I tell people I'm a YouTuber. So this is my job. I'm a furry as a professional. And that's weird, right? So I don't have any outside, interactions. If I'm gonna make money, I'm gonna do it in fursuit. And so that's weird. I go to a lot of events, but they're all furry. There's a local who does house parties. And again, it's all furries. So what parts of my life aren't furry? Is it music? Well, kind of not either. When I'm DJing or producing music, I do it under the name Kezi, and I perform at furry events. I don't even have a shot at performing at more normie events or nightclubs that aren't furry related. And all the art in my house, all the plushies I own, all the media I tend to consume tends to be furry centric. So maybe it is my whole personality. Maybe that's all I am, is just a furry. And, I tend to call myself a Therian, but that's, loosely tied to furry. I definitely found furry, which then led me into theriantropy. I guess furry is my whole personality. Is that a bad thing? When I saw the comment online, it was, these people suck. They're really boring. They have nothing interesting to talk about. And admittedly, I don't. Everything I talk about is either music related, which goes into furry, or furry related, which is furries. And I don't know, is that worth changing? Do I need to find a new hobby? Do I need to start playing basketball or something? What do people do that isn't furry is my whole personality? Because, what else do you do in life in general? Do you call someone who writes code for a living? Are they a programmer for their whole personality? And what's that even mean? What does the sentiment, furry is your whole personality, actually entail? Because the concept of being a furry is that it is, okay, so there's a couple different type of furries that exist in the fandom. So there's furries who just like the media, and that's fun. And then there was something that was coined, 10, 15 years ago called furry lifestylers. And those are the people that, their life revolves around being a furry. Their friend groups are furries. The events they do are furry. The things that they interact with online are specifically furry related things. And so when your whole life revolves around furry, I don't see the problem. It's fun. And so I think that when you have a community that's so amazing as furry, where you can meet all sorts of different kinds of people, is that a bad thing? I can't tell you a different life where I could be taken to a furry con in an electric Mustang by a person who works in systems security and protects the world from hackers and that sort of thing. I'm just a literal coyote, actual trash animal, and this person is big brain. And it's okay, in what other situation am I going to have that kind of unique interaction? If I go clubbing, I'm not going to meet a systems admin and have a lot to really talk about. It's weird to think that being a furry in that way is considered a negative thing to interact with the fandom as. You know, if you don't have anything else going on, you know, what else is there for you? You know, is if you play video games, does that make your personality better all of a sudden because you play games? Maybe. But I don't play games. So again, you know, that's another point on furry. You know, I like going out and doing things. And the people I do it with are usually furries. I love going out in fursuit and fursuiting around. Now, is that all I do? No, I go outside and just enjoy the sunshine or the rain or whatever the weather decides it is that day. And I think that is more important of not necessarily of like, oh yeah, it needs to have furry for me to be interested, but I'm definitely guided by the furry fandom. So when there's more furry stuff going on, I go do those in lieu of other things. This summer in Portland, there's this thing called Tabor Dance. And it's a normie event, and I like to go to that. However, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring my fursuit. So does that suddenly turn the normie thing into the furry thing? Maybe. I don't know. What are your thoughts about it? Because I think this is a really, really silly sentiment to think that your whole personality is furry, and so you're boring. I'm adventurous. I go do everything I possibly can do. And so, yes, my fursuit is going to be part of a lot of that. If I'm going to maximize the amount of fun, fursuiting is definitely a big part of that. But it's not the only thing I want to do. If all I wanted to do was fursuit, well, then I wouldn't even be filming a video. You know, I have a ton of interest in video cameras and recording gear and lighting and all this stuff. You know, this isn't just made by accident. I have a passion for this as well. But it's furry. So, yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents is, yeah, a lot of my stuff in life ties back to being furry, but I do a lot of different things. You know, I can write code, I can DJ, I can make music, I can make videos, I can run a recording studio. You know, all of these things are individual hobbies that all are kind of tied up in a little furry bow. So I want to hear your thoughts on that. What is furry is my whole personality mean to you? Do you think furry is your whole personality? Do you think it's my whole personality? And until next time, thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye. I forgot to make a little outro video. Please support me on Patreon. This kind of is my job at the moment, so any little bit helps. You can see some DJ mixes, unreleased and early access stuff. Yeah, that's kind of the end of the video. If you like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.